remember there's like a point where there's just a trajectory. You know what I mean? All of a sudden you're kind of in the limelight, and it's kind of like odd. Like I remember for me, the first real thing that happened for me was I had made my first record, and it was just this bizarre. It was like I was going through some real changes, and I had no thought that I'd be famous or anything like that. I just really wanted to play around with recording because I loved engineering and all this stuff. And I built this little studio, and I must have been 23, 22. Oh, I was 22. And I just started to make this weird record, and there was one song on it called the Attitude Song. And that made it to a floppy disk in Guitar Player.
Oh,
You know,
cool.
yeah, and
Yeah.
that had some crazy guitar stuff on it, and that was like for me the beginning of the, and then came
Wait,
the movie Crossroads,
was
and
that after Zappa?
yeah, yeah, Zappa. I was 20, well 18 when I started working for him.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah, and then 20 when I was
but
when I
did you
joined.
guys go on the road a lot?
Frank would tour twice a year, but he didn't do like us, like China, South
A lot of
America.
people didn't do that. You know,
No, you
have you
never
been in
do.
Indonesia?
Oh yeah,
Of course, you have been
yeah,
in Indonesia. Sorry, we were there. Yeah, that
yeah. We were
I
there.
played some shows about 30 years ago. That was, I think that was before they got their stuff together too, as well. You know, a
Yeah,
lot of
yeah.
shady
Well, that
stuff.
was that was yeah, those were early days for touring. I mean, when you go in the 80s or 90s, if you went to like South America, Eastern Europe, Indonesia, these were just kind of like newly bringing people in. So they
We
had to
would
get.
play. I played the soccer stadium headlining in Surabaya, Solo City, and Jakarta. Three shows
Wow.
in 1990. Soccer
Wow.
stadiums. I'm talking insane amount of people. You know,
Yeah.
and they would have security. It was an army section and a police section, but they don't like each other, so they started firing live guns, at each other during the show and stuff. I thought it was
What?
fireworks. Yeah, and you saw people running around. It was crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. The one time that I was doing a gig where something like that happened, I was with Zappa, and we were playing in Palermo, Sicily in
Oh, yeah.
1982. And it was the first time they ever had a rock band there, right? And it was a giant soccer stadium, and it was packed, and they had all the police, the polizia
Yeah.
on the perimeter of the,
Yeah.
and you weren't allowed on the field or near the stage. And this is all on film, and we're playing, and somebody threw. Okay, I know somebody threw a rock, and it hit a cop, but it kind of bounced off, right? And it bounced off and onto the stage. And there's actually footage of this stone hitting and then coming up on the stage, and it's at my feet.
Oh, wow.
And the police broke out. They started a riot. They started tear gassing the audience. And we're playing, and it's this giant outdoor, soccer stadium, and you could see the tear gas kind of consuming the crowd, and everybody would be sitting down in one spot, and then the tear gas would come, and they'd just be running, and did you ever get tear gassed? It's very
No,
it's not
no, I
nice
have
at
I've
all
never done that.
because it came around and then it hit the stage, and that stuff is not fun, man. Eyes
You
burning and
guys
everything.
get
And
hit.
Frank,
Oh, that's
yeah,
terrible.
and Frank just now that now we're hearing the gunfire,
Yeah.
and once we got the smoke, Frank just said it's too dangerous to play, right? And we left. We're backstage, and you hear the gunshots going on, and we had to wear bulletproof vests and to escape through, like, ducking through cars and stuff. And then we escaped, and that was the last show of the tour. And I got on a plane and went home and flew to New York to spend a couple of days with my folks. And I woke up in the morning. I come down. I open the paper, and it says 3 kids were shot at the Zappa
Yeah.
concert in Palermo.
Yeah. Yeah.
They didn't die, but they were shot. And that was the last show that Frank did for like 3 or 4 years.
That's when I play in Indonesia. That's see, like we didn't have any gunfire on the stage. We're going like cross like this. But you know how the big huge shows have another little sort of like scaffolding for the sound man and lighting guy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They had a duck for bullets all the time. It's crazy, you know. And
That's
everybody
crazy.
gets sick and stuff.
Yeah, but you just toured, right?
Yes, I did. We
What's
went out in November and December here in the States. Actually, during this whole crazy, you know,
The whole lock.
COVID, whatever you want to call it. I did some shows. We did a huge festival in Serbia. That was last year.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
and that was interesting. But we played some sort of live broadcast shows in Vegas. They were not so good. I mean, like that. And then in the summer, no, in this I can't remember. I did some Florida and Texas dates because they're all open. You know,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
just did that, and then we did a whole thing. You know, and we're going back out now in May and June.
Uh-huh.
Doing a huge American leg again. And I don't have the exact dates, but it's a lot in California because we didn't do them last time. So
Yeah, yeah.
it's
So,
like
but,
seven shows in California.
right, right. So, what was it like when you were out there, though?
You know, the funny thing is that I said it to my guys too while we're out. I said, I didn't even know. I didn't even think about this lockdown thing. The only place where it was kind of a little bit was New York, I think. You really sense a little bit there. But it was really cool. But then my agents told me that right after my tour stopped, they started canceling stuff again.
Yeah, I remember because when you went out, it was kind of like
right
the
for
vibe-
Christmas. Right for Christmas, I finished like 22nd or something like this.
Right, right. And you finished right when the spike for Omicron.
Yeah, exactly. They told me that they canceled Dave Roth for one thing.
Right, right. And you know, Jeremy, my drummer, he was out with Sebastian Bach, and he was telling me the majority of America, you would think that everything was kind of fine. You know,
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, hopefully, I mean, I know I had to move my North American tour to the fall.
Okay.
Yeah, but now are you? When's the next time you're going out?
I'm going out May 5th, I think, or May 1st, until about mid-June, and then I go to Europe in July.
Oh, nice.
In the UK and Holland.
Oh, maybe I'll see you there. I'm gonna be there in the summer too.
Yeah, in July I'm there. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember the exact dates. We'll find out. And then, you know, as we speak now, I kind of like I always say, hey, go ahead and book, go ahead and book, go ahead and book, go ahead and book. We'll see, you know, what happens.
Yeah, we'll see.
You know, but
I'm looking forward. Hopefully, not next summer, but the summer after that, to maybe get back out on Generation X.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
why don't we do it before then?
Well, I think everybody's got same old kind of scheduling thing.
Everybody has to catch up for the last.
Yeah,
few
yeah.
minutes.
Because everybody's out now. My agent was telling me that everybody that wanted to come out in 2020 pushed to 2021. Then 21 is pushed to 22, and then everybody that was planning on going out in 22. So it's a lot of music out there right now.
Thank God.
Yeah, thank
Yeah.
God, right? Yeah.
Right. That was pretty cool. The one we did with how's Brian doing?
Brian, yeah, right. That was great.
Because I finally got that solo down now. Then it wouldn't use me.
Right?
Yeah, anyway,
That'll be on our DVD though.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's so cool.